I want you to look at the footage on your screen right now. But today, I don't just want you to look at Punch. I want you to look at the ground he is walking on. When we look at the enclosure at the Ichikawa City Zoo, what do we see? We see a giant pile of artificial rocks, some ropes, a few platforms, and some dirt. To the human eye, it is just a static environment. A simple landscape where the monkeys live out their days. But for a macaque, and especially for an orphaned macaque like Punch, this enclosure is not just a pile of rocks, it is a highly detailed, incredibly complex tactical map. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at Punch's life from a completely new perspective. We are going to strip away the emotional drama for a moment. And we are going to look purely at his intelligence. If you watch Punch closely over these warm summer days, you might notice something fascinating about how he moves. He doesn't just wander around aimlessly. He takes very specific paths. He sits in very specific spots. To survive his first year of life without a mother to guide him, Punch had to memorize every single inch of this mountain. He had to learn the architecture of his environment better than any other monkey in the troop. And today we are going to explore the secret paths, the blind spots, and the invisible map that keeps our brave little boy alive. To understand the genius of Punch's movements, we first have to understand the spatial politics of Monkey Mountain. In a primate enclosure, space equals power. The alpha males, the dominant matriarchs, and the high-ranking mothers always claim the best real estate. They take the widest, flattest, and most comfortable rocks in the center of the enclosure. These areas are basically the highways of the mountain. The dominant monkeys strut right down the middle, knowing that everyone else will move out of their way. But Punch has the lowest rank in the entire troop. If he tries to walk down one of those main highways, he is going to bump into an alpha male, and he is going to get scolded or chased. So, what does he do? He uses the alleys. Watch the footage of him navigating the enclosure. Punch rarely walks through the dead center of a wide open space if older monkeys are around. Instead, he walks on the extreme edges. He uses the steep inclines, the jagged borders, and the narrowest ledges that the bigger monkeys simply don't want to bother with. He has essentially created a completely separate road network for himself. While the alphas are taking the easy, comfortable paths, Punch is taking the difficult, technical routes. He knows that comfort is a privilege for the powerful. And since he doesn't have power yet, he has adapted to discomfort. He willingly chooses the harder paths because he knows they are the safest. This requires an incredible spatial memory. He isn't just reacting to danger, he is actively planning his route to avoid it before it ever happens. But there is another deeply fascinating reason why Punch uses these specific, difficult paths. And it comes down to simple physics. When Punch was just a tiny infant, his small size was his greatest weakness. It made him an easy target. He was too small to fight back, and too light to hold his ground. But as he grows into a juvenile, his brilliant mind has figured out a way to turn his small size into his ultimate tactical advantage. Adult male Japanese macaques are heavy, muscular, and powerful animals. They are built for strength, not necessarily for delicate agility. Punch, on the other hand, is light, incredibly fast and nimble. When a heavier, older monkey gets frustrated and decides to chase Punch, watch where Punch runs. He doesn't run into an open field where the older monkey can easily catch him. He immediately heads for the most complex, difficult terrain he can find. He will scramble up a steep, narrow rock face. He will balance on a thin edge. He uses gravity and his lightweight body to his advantage. He knows that a massive 30-pound alpha male is not going to risk twisting an ankle or falling off a steep ledge just to chase a juvenile. The older monkeys simply give up because following Punch into that difficult terrain requires too much effort and carries too much physical risk. Punch is literally outmaneuvering them. He is using parkour to survive. He has mapped out every single vertical drop, every fragile branch, and every narrow ledge where he knows the heavier monkeys cannot follow him. He has transformed the physical environment from a prison into a fortress. And his mastery of the environment doesn't stop at how he runs. It also dictates how he rests. We all know how exhausting it is for Punch to constantly be on high alert. To lower his stress and actually get some rest, he has to find a way to become invisible. In macaque society, eye contact is the trigger for conflict. If a dominant monkey makes eye contact with a lower-ranking monkey, tension instantly spikes. Punch knows this. So, when he wants to rest, he seeks out the blind spots of the mountain. If you observe him sitting down to eat or relax, you will often notice that he positions himself behind a visual obstruction. He will sit just behind the crest of a rock or tucked slightly behind a wooden post. He isn't completely hiding in a dark corner. He still wants to be out in the sun and fresh air. But by placing a physical object between himself and the main highways of the enclosure, he cuts off the line of sight. If an alpha male is walking past, they can't make eye contact with Punch because there is a rock in the way. Out of sight, out of mind. This is the brilliant tactical ignoring we see him practice every single day. He manipulates the geometry of the enclosure to give himself peace. He calculates the angles, positions his body perfectly, and quietly enjoys his food, while the chaotic drama of the troop happens just a few feet away. When you really take the time to analyze his movements, the narrative around Punch completely changes. He is not just wandering around aimlessly, hoping he doesn't get hurt. He is executing a flawless, highly intelligent survival strategy. Every step he takes, every rock he sits behind, and every narrow path he chooses is the result of a brilliant mind calculating the odds. He is turning the very mountain that once terrified him into his own personal sanctuary. He knows its secrets better than the alpha males do. And as he continues to grow, this profound understanding of his environment is going to make him an incredibly powerful, confident adult. I am so curious to hear from those of you who watch his footage regularly. Now that we have talked about his secret paths and blind spots, have you noticed this behavior in his videos? Have you seen him sitting behind a rock to avoid the bigger monkeys? Or taking the steep paths to get away? Please share your observations in the comments below. Let's celebrate the incredible intelligence of our brave little boy. If you found this deep dive into Punch's tactical mind fascinating, please leave a like on this video and make sure to subscribe to Catto Luna for more documentary-style insights into the amazing animal kingdom. Thank you for your beautiful, observant minds. We will see you in the next video.